Hi, it's Russ from Pro Tools Expert, and I've been taking a look at the Trem Control plugin from Goodhertz. Now, Goodhertz have been beavering away behind the scenes. Some of you may already be using their plugins. They have a kind of novel approach in a sense. Is when you look at their plugins, they don't look like a lot of the skeuomorphic stuff you see on the market these days, and it would be easy to sort of pass them by, thinking they're kind of almost kind of less musical than you would first derive from the looking at them. That's not some kind of backhanded insult. It's just that normally we're so used to seeing stuff with knobs that look like the real knobs and stuff. So when you look at these, you think, well, okay, they're probably very kind of technical and less musical. In fact, that couldn't be further from the truth. I love Trem. I love it on pianos, especially electric pianos. I love it on guitars, electric guitars. And if you work in any kind of musical genre where Trem is an integral part of that, such as country, lots of pop these days, we use nice Trem guitars. It's a very useful tool. Finding a good one can be difficult sometimes. The ones that often come built into things like guitar VIs are okay, but they don't always cut the mustard. Well, these guys have kind of gone for broke really on this, and they've given you everything you need to build really, really cool trems. I say build because that's exactly what you can do with this. And so I'm going to go over the GUI first in some detail and show you what you can do. And then we'll have a listen to them and you'll hear them in action. So I'll start in a sense in the middle here. You've got depth, which obviously means exactly what that means. You've got 0 to 100 in terms of a percentage. The next one is nice, is the shape. So if we go to shape here, we can see that either we can go to square waves and then we can go all the way back down to a triangle wave and then a sine wave in the middle. And as you see, if I move it, you'll see actually on the right hand side here there's a little representation of what's going on. So if I knock everything down, like the symmetry, which is where the wave occurs within the cycle, you see that there. So there in the center it would be 180. I think that's the term. Somebody will correct me with their maths or physics if I'm wrong. Then the bias is the shape of that wave. So it could be very sharp and very peaky or very broad, which is that. So that's basically what all the wave shaping happens here. And that has an amazing, make an amazing difference to the sound. Then you have the vibe, which basically adds tube color. Not only tube color, but if you listen carefully when you actually demo this, and I would recommend highly demoing it, is that the vibe actually introduces noise and all the crap that you would get with old tubes, which is nice. So actually, there's a real kind of, this is one of those moments when you look at first the GUI and you think, oh, that doesn't look very musical, and then you start playing with it, you realize how musical it is, and when you hear it, you'll hear how musical it is. And on this left-hand side, we've got the rate, which can be free with the multiplier, and then you can actually lock it to your DAW using the BPM in all sorts of ways, triplet times, dotted and regular timing, as I say, and then you can sync it. And then we have an A/B control. Then the nice thing as well is you can have trem types. So you can just trem, say, the bottom end, or trem just the top end, the M and do M&S and stuff like that, mid-side, mid-only, and sides only. And so it gives you loads and loads of variables for creating a great trem. I've got an electric guitar, just playing some chords, and I've got an electric piano. So let me play it on the electric guitar first, and we'll take a listen to that. So let's play this electric guitar. Let's bypass it first. So there's the guitar. So let's dial in one of the say that's on hertz at the moment, so I can BPM it. And straight away you can hit, it's very, very musical, especially when you use this vibe button. Let's change the shape now. And that clicking is just where the loop isn't resolving properly at the top, just to point that out before anybody else does. So if we leave that shape in for a minute and then move the symmetry. Now the bias. It's basically changing the width of the wave. And in a square, it's just making a wider square. But as you can see, you have all sorts of variation there. Let's try the trem type now. So if I've got this onto bass, we'll just get the bottom end affected. Or the top end. You can do all sorts of things, then I say, with it. You can do some of the presets are really nice. You've got some lovely pans. Now, of course, as you can see, I'm getting to some now that you can actually use on synths as pumpers. So that's an effect you can also get from that. So lots and lots of variation. Let me show you on the electric piano. You can hear the trem going on there. It's nice to be able to vary between those shapes. We can go in here, BPM again. But great auto panner as well. So, first look at it, you'd think, oh, that's not very musical. The reality is it's very musical, and I'm really, really impressed with it. And I'm a real fan of trem controls generally, putting trems on guitars and trems on synths and using it as an auto panner as well. So if you like trem and you like putting trem in stuff, then Trem Control is a very good name because it really does give you a lot of control over the trem. And that tube color as well really can add some additional character into a sound. So you could just put stuff through it and just use the tube control as a tube color as a character to add some vibe, as they say. My advice is click the link in this, download the demo, and take a listen to it yourself. And you might keep it. I think I am. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.